welcome back to my channel. So I recently had somebody DM me on Instagram asking me, hey, you know what, I'm about ready to start keto. Is there anything that I need to know before I start? And I'm just gonna kind of go over some of the things that I wish I knew when I started the keto diet. And this is all coming out of my own experience. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a nutritionist. So this is all personal experience and the things that happened to me and just the things that I wish I would have known before I started keto. All right, so number one is the keto flu is completely preventable. You don't have to suffer through the keto flu. Just do your research, make sure that you are getting your electrolytes in. I can't say enough to get your salt in. Salt your foods, put salt in your water, make sure you're getting your sodium intake, Himalayan salt, sea salt, just make sure that you're getting it in. Also, I highly recommend potassium. This is what I use. I just use this no salt. I put a little bit of it in water. You could throw this in with a little bit of water and then some salt. This has 640 milligrams of potassium. This is basically just pure potassium, and this works great. And then also I recommend a magnesium supplement. So if you're getting all of those in before you start keto, then you should be golden. You don't have to suffer through that, because trust me, I suffered through that and it is a bear. Like, it sucks. Nobody wants to have to go through the keto flu because it's literally like, it does have the word flu in it. The second thing is, don't concentrate on all the things you can't have. Concentrate on the things that you can have. And just remember that, you can alter and tailor this diet to fit your needs. Just because we can't have potatoes on keto, there's lots of other good things that we can have. We can, like radishes, for instance. You can take radishes and cook them up in different ways, and they kind of mimic the taste of potatoes. So don't sit there and concentrate on, I can't have this, and I can't have this, and I can't have this. Concentrate on, what I can have. If you're missing a chocolate chip cookie, Pinterest and Google have tons of keto recipes. Just go on there, do a little bit of research, watch YouTube videos. I make meal prep videos. Go watch those. I give lots and lots and tons of ideas of different meals and desserts and different things just to help you stay on track. Because I understand that keto can get boring if you are just doing the same old every day. Number 3 is your hunger level is going to go down significantly. Once your body gets rid of all those carbs, and once your body gets rid of all those insulin spikes and that insulin roller coaster, your body is going to level out, and it's going to be a fat burning machine, and your insulin levels are going to get leveled out. Therefore, you're just not even going to be near as hungry as what you were on the standard American diet. Just remember that, and nobody get like all cray here when I say this, because this is a high fat, moderate protein, low carb diet. I know that, but I always get somebody who questions this when I say this. Fat is a lever. Like, if you're trying to lose weight, fats are only there to keep you satiated. Fats have nothing to do with getting you into ketosis. Fats have nothing to do with any of that. Fats are just there to keep you satiated. So therefore, when you go and put your numbers into a macro calculator, and if you don't have one and you don't know how to use one, I will link Carb Manager up there somewhere. I did a video on how to use that. But when you put your numbers in there, fats are a limit. Fats are a lever. Fats are there to keep you satiated. You don't want to overdo it on your fats if you are trying to lose weight, because then what's going to happen is your body is going to basically eat the fat that you're putting into your mouth and swallowing, and it's not going to eat the fat on your belly. Proteins are an absolute goal. You want to hit your protein goal, because you don't want to go too low on protein. I've heard of people even losing their hair and just having negative side effects to not eating enough protein. And then carbs are definitely a limit. Don't go over your carbs at all. If you can stay under your carbs, that's even better. And just remember that this diet, there is no you know, you can put your numbers into Carb Manager, but is that going to be the exact right fit for you? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, everybody has to find their own sweet spot. Everybody's story is different. And I know I say that on my videos a lot, but I truly believe that. Some people are going to be able to eat more carbs than others. Some people are going to be able to eat more fat than others and still lose weight. But that's not the case for everybody. I just want to make you aware before you're throwing all this fat down the hatch and you're like, why aren't I losing weight? Number 4 is I really learned to just kind of keep my way of eating and my lifestyle, aka the keto diet, to myself unless somebody comes up and asks me, hey, I've noticed that you've really changed a lot. I've noticed you've lost a lot of weight. What are you doing? Just because people who have not researched the diet don't know enough about the diet to really give their input. And so a lot of people looked at me like, you're gonna die. You know, you are eating a ton of fat. That is horrible for you. You are gonna have a heart attack and you are gonna die. You know, and that's the kind of people that don't understand the diet. That's the kind of people that are still thinking on the standard American diet kind of thinking, where you gotta have fat-free everything. I just learned to really keep things to myself. You know, if somebody comes up to me and asks me, of course I tell them how I did it and I tell them the truth and I tell them, you know, what I'm doing. But I don't just go and offer the information out there just because, like I said, too many people just misunderstand the diet. Number 5, you really gotta like to cook on this diet. You have to like to cook. You have to kind of like to meal prep or at least plan out what you're going to be eating for the week, because keto is not one of those diets that's gonna be something out there that you can just grab quick, like a quick fix kind of meal. Cooking and meal planning is really essential for being successful on the keto diet, because you are going to end up having to cook a ton. I mean, you can keep it simple, but it's still cooking. I mean, if you really wanted to keep your meals just vegetables and meats and just keep it super ridiculously simple, you could. Just make sure that you understand that there still is a lot of cooking involved. You have to cook on this diet. You really do, or you really should kind of plan out your meals, or at least kind of know what you're going to be making that week, and maybe even meal prep, because that will save you a ton of time during the week. I meal prep every single week. Like I said, I do a meal prep video on my channel every single week. For one, it's easier on myself, it's easier on my family, because my family eat pretty much low carb too. I wouldn't say, they're not keto and they're very lenient low carb, but you know, and they still eat whatever they want to. But I mean, it's just helpful to know that when you come home from work, or you know, if you had a long day running errands or whatever, there's something there for you and you're not going to fall off the wagon. Number 6 is I don't really feel deprived on this diet at all. I feel like fats and, you know, the things that you get at KetoFi, because you can still have keto desserts and all this stuff. Everything is so palatable that you don't feel deprived on this diet at all, and you're still doing good for your body, because the things that you're putting into your body are healthy. The things that you are, you know, even if you're making keto treats, you're making it with almond flours and coconut flours and all these foods that are wholesome foods that are still healthy for you. I mean, don't get me wrong, you should still treat a keto dessert like a keto dessert, but you can eat them and not feel guilty, and you just don't feel deprived on this way of eating at all. Number 7 is sleep. Like in the beginning, when I first started keto, I feel like my sleep wasn't really that good, but I think it was when my body was transitioning from carbs to fat burning, because that takes a few days. But boy, once I hit fat burning mode, I could go all day long. And once my head hit the pillow, once I told myself, okay, we're shutting down now, it's time to go to bed, I slept like a freaking baby. Holy cow, like the best sleep of my entire life. I don't ever remember getting this good a sleep on the standard American diet. Can I just tell you that? When I was on the standard American diet, I remember I would have issues sleeping. There would be nights where I would be up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and getting just PO'd because I knew I had to work the next day and I wasn't sleeping. And that is the worst feeling in the world. But that doesn't happen on keto. You just get amazing sleep. When your body is fat adapted, the sleep, and it's not even just me, I've heard others mention this as well. Your sleep is like, hallelujah, when you wake up because you feel so freaking amazing. Number 8 is the scale is a lying little devil. Faux show. So here's the thing with the scale. You can use the scale as a tool, but don't rely on the scale because the scale doesn't tell the whole story. In my opinion, take progress pictures, measurements, measure your arms, measure your waist, measure your hips, measure your bust, measure your whatever you want to measure, and go by that. Try on clothes that are like ridiculously tight or maybe don't fit you. Go by that because you're going to notice that you are losing sizes in clothes. You're going to notice that you're losing inches around your waist and your legs, whatever. And the scale's barely budging. And that is just a fact. If you don't listen to anything else in this video, listen to this part because that is just the cold-hearted fact that the scale can be the devil. I'm not saying never weigh yourself, I'm just saying limit it. Number 9 is a stinky hot mess because your urine's gonna be smelly and your breath's gonna be smelly. So when your body switches over from carbs to fat burning, your body starts burning what they call ketones. And when your breath and your urine starts getting smelly, that is basically the excess ketones working its way out of your body. And it is a real thing. Urine, not much you can do about. Breath, recommendation, brush your teeth often. Take a toothbrush and toothpaste with you wherever you go. Number 10 is energy. Your brain loves to run on ketones. You are gonna find yourself with so much energy, you're not even gonna know what to do with it all. And it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling because I don't know about you guys, but when I lived the standard American diet and I was sitting on my couch eating Doritos and Oreos, I had this much energy and it was awful. Now I can go all day long, every day pretty much, and I feel absolutely amazing. I can just go without feeling tired. Like I said, I can spend all day with so much energy, just go. But like I said, when my head hits that pillow, my brain is just ready to shut off and night-night. Number 11. In the beginning, this diet's gonna be hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's going to be a struggle, but it gets better. It gets easier. Just remember that. And just remember as well that this isn't a diet. This is a way of eating. This is a lifestyle. You're not gonna wanna go from jumping from the standard American diet to keto. You can't do that. It's not gonna work that way. But I promise you, if you just get on it and you stick to it, it does get easier. When you start, just make sure that you're consistent and be patient. You didn't gain 100 pounds overnight. You're not gonna lose 100 pounds overnight. I've been on keto for 1.5 years and I'm still not where I wanna be, but guess what? I'm consistent and I'm being very patient. I am getting closer and closer to my goal weight. I'm not there yet. I still have a little ways to go. But am I worried about it? Not really. I mean, when I get there, I get there. Number 12 is I don't fart on keto. Probably too much information, but I really don't. I do not fart on keto. The only way I fart on keto is if I'm eating sugar alcohols and stuff like that. Then I will pass gas. Sugar alcohols give me gas, but if I'm just eating, you know, the low carb stuff with no treats, I don't fart. Like, none. I thought that was so weird because you always hear of all these people that are like, oh no, farting is like, everybody farts. And that's another thing I don't like offer to tell people either because people are like, girl, you're crazy, everybody farts. What are you talking about? What are you, some kind of princess that doesn't fart? No, I just don't fart on keto. You're not eating those kinds of foods that's giving you that bloat and that gas. And then last but not least, number 13 is keto works different on everybody. So find your sweet spot and roll with it. You know, don't compare yourself to other people because that is going to sabotage you more than anything else. Just do you. Don't worry about anybody else. Whatever they're doing and it's working for them, great, but it may not work for you. Just like what works for you may not work for them. Find your sweet spot, roll with it. Everybody has their own way to do lots of things. I mean, why should it be any different for their way of eating? Experiment with your own body, find that sweet spot for you, and I promise you got this. Once you get a handle on the diet, oh, you're never gonna wanna turn back. Just believe in yourself that you can do it, because I know I believe in you guys that you can do it. But for now, I think that's all I have for you guys. If you like this video, if you could do me a favor and smash that like button, that really helps my videos to get out there. And also, if you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and smash that button as well, because I would love to have you as part of my Simply Misty family. And if you subscribe, don't forget to tap that bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys. And don't forget to go out there and make today even better than yesterday. And I will talk to you in my next video. Bye. On my own, but I don't know why. You hit the road, but you don't realize I'm on the back when you're around. I won't think twice when